The 2010 iMac. Kind of cool. This one specifically has 4 GB of RAM, a GPU that doesn't support DirectX 11, and Vulkan. I do kind of like this thing, so we're gonna give it a little bit of an upgrade. Not only in Windows it's gonna be great, but it's also gonna be good on Linux. Everyone's favorite operating system, isn't it? I don't think you guys want to see through this really magnificent camera and through the screen, and you guys can see my own reflection, and there's indeed a very, very nice day outside. It was not like this just 5 minutes ago when I got home. But regardless, since we're gonna be using this screen, MIDI DisplayPort to an HDMI, baby. Now we have a specifically Linux laptop running OBS Studio, having this same capture card. Using this same capture card I've used on the Switch video. Go watch that if you haven't. First we unpack this. Now we plug this in. Fuck. Давай. Слезай. Залез? Я не понимаю, блядь. Yeah. Plug this in. And this and into the... Fuck, there's already a length issue. Not only just a casually sagging capture card that also is not showing up. Does the adapter just not work at all? System, monitors. Fuck. Actually, never mind. I just didn't set it up properly. Okay, so now we have a laptop running OBS, going through this sagging capture card, through an iMac, with this thing being charged through the power of the Switch dock. You guys remember this Nintendo Switch, right? It's the one from the last video, if you haven't even watched it. And by the way, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots has just released on it. Just today. Yay! We got it, and this is actually macOS High Sierra. I tried installing a newer version of macOS, but something about the installer is not verifying correctly. I just wasted a couple days, so you know, never mind. But what is most important, we have 3 GHz Intel Core i3. It was like 550, I think, somewhere around that range. 4 GB of DDR3 memory, such a luxury during these days. 1.3 GHz. And there they are. There they are, the RAM. Any protogens want some RAM? RAM. There we are, RAM. I'll trade it for like RAM. And for the graphics card, we have an ATI Radeon HD 4670. And if you cut out these two parts, you just get fucking 6.7. This GPU does not even support DirectX 11. This entire thing is obsolete because of the GPU. Most modern applications, they almost require DirectX 11 nowadays. So, yeah, this thing's fucked. Unless... yeah, that one's gonna be for later. Hey, because right now I want to do something else. So, you see this iMac is already triple booting its own macOS High Sierra. Windows through Boot Camp. It's actually Windows 11. You're not gonna believe it, I actually like Windows 11. Fuck you, bitches. And this one, it's actually USB. But actually it just doesn't see the Linux partition for some reason. It's Windows! It's also broke itself somehow. It's Windows! Although, slight problem. No video. Which is weird considering it was there before. What if I just unplug and replug it back? What the fuck? Cool 480p mode. Okay, now. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking, baby. Alright, now that we are in Windows, running on the iMac. Okay, so we have, that as a CPU, 4 gigs of RAM, I already showed you, and the graphics card also sees it. ATI Radeon HD 4670. Okay, so let's start by playing some games. I have a wonderful selection of the games I've made by myself. These 3 games, yeah, they are the good stuff. And I'm also gonna try out some Steam games, mainly Half-Life 2 and Euro Truck Simulator 2. Right, so before we're gonna change the GPU, we're gonna test the standard version of the game to see if they will even launch. So we have Half-Life 2 and Blender. We're also gonna try out that because it requires OpenGL 4.3. The thing this graphics card also doesn't support. It only supports up to 3.3. Gabe's Nightmare. I think I also should mention that we're going to be using an older version of Euro Truck Simulator, simply because the latest version of the game simply just does not work. I mean, yeah, you will get into the menu, but like, you will not get into the game. I've already tested that. Also, did I mention that the Wi-Fi adapter in this thing is really slow? You can see it right there. 120 megabits per second. I'm not even sure if the Ethernet will be much better, honestly. Alright, so while we have Half-Life 2 and Euro Truck Sim loading, downloading the files, we're gonna just try and launch Blender. Let's see how the latest version goes. Oops, a graphics end driver with support for OpenGL 4.3 or higher is required. Installing the latest driver for your graphics card might resolve the issue. Spoiler alert, it will not. So yeah, we're pretty much out of luck with Blender, but we can always try the older version. The oldest version on Steam, I see at least, is 3.3 from 2024. Who knows? Maybe that will actually do stuff in our favor. Let's try launching 3.3. See if that will go anywhere. The oldest version available on Steam. I'm pretty sure you can get the even earlier version on the website, but fuck off, dude. Oh, cool. So we do actually get the oldest version of Blender in to get like from Steam just to like use it. I've not actually kind of even did anything to it, honestly. Oh wait, it just crashed. Well, I guess we're not getting anything Blender related. So yeah, no 3D modeling for you. Side quest time! Я, блять! Почему это не почистил? Блять! New thing. New thing. Oh yeah, fits like a glove. Yeah. Сука! Side quest complete. And it still hasn't downloaded yet. Okay, now it's time for a voiceover. I launched Euro Truck Simulator 2 in safety mode because that mode is specifically made for graphics cards that only have 256 or 512 megabytes of VRAM. Otherwise the game would have just crashed when loading into the game. And speaking of loadings, they were very long, really long. And the actual game was, well, at low settings, at 1080p, we were getting about 30 frames a second. That target was really stable during these outdoor segments when you're driving through a countryside, not through a city. In the city, it's obviously a little less. Definitely playable, and I would pretty much be fine playing like that.
Half-Life 2 being a much older game, and obviously ran pretty much always above 60 FPS at around medium settings, the same 1080p. Story-focused shooter, I would say that is pretty much fine, but if you're playing something like Counter-Strike or any esports title, yeah, that would definitely not be enough. Not that I've tested any, I just wanted to mention it. And fun thing is about Half-Life 2, I had got so much footage that I was just not gonna be using, simply because I was kind of really enjoying just playing the game. I didn't really notice anything weird with it. It was just really solid Half-Life 2 gameplay. Now going to test one of my own games, Heroes of That Time. Don't look at the left corner of the screen at Direct 3D 11. It was definitely not using it. It was probably using DirectX 10.1 with slight fallbacks to DirectX 11, which probably makes it shows up in MSI Burner as a DirectX 11 instead of DirectX 10. I would have tested this game with OpenGL, but I decided to just fuck all. Either way, in the menus, it was somewhere around 50 frames a second at max graphics. But when I was actually getting into the game, it was somewhere around 30. I did, in fact, slightly lower the graphics for a bit. Then getting into the actual game portion, I really needed to shake up the graphics department because it was really going below 30 frames a second. Going on to try out my other games that were made in Flex Engine, despite what the engine says, it will still try to use DirectX 11 in some regard. You can see in the error, it still kind of relies on DirectX 11, even though it was only set to use DirectX 10. So it didn't really work at all.
Here comes the part where I take it apart. So first, we unplug all the USB peripherals, everything USB related, everything that is over there. Careful of that. We unplug the power, and the iMac is actually, after running Windows for so long, it's actually kind of hot. I mean, you've seen the 1,000,000 degrees in the afterburner. Okay, that's the power plug. Just pull that. There we go. Power plug, regular ass power plug. Cable I was using. Okay, in order to do that, we need to take off the screen. It's held by magnets, and so we do need a suction cup to like lift it. Alright. Okay, it doesn't have to use a frontal camera every now and then. Ow. Ay. Suka. Oh yeah, that metal thingy, magnetizes to the magnets in this thing already. Spun. Alright, there we go. Carefully lift off the screen. Alright, do that. And on the other side as well. Take the suction cup out there. And do the same on the other side. On the other side. Like. Okay, it's really important not to make sure that the glass doesn't crack. I almost thought that there was a... Alright, so we take the glass panel off. You must be doing it really carefully, and make sure that you put it somewhere where you're not gonna be sitting at, otherwise disaster happens. Okay, now we have to take off a bunch of Torx screws, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, somewhere there, and 10. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Take them off. Oh, and by the way, the RAM replacement, as I've mentioned, there it is right there. It will be being held by a separate plate with 2 Phillips screws, but I don't have the plate, so RAM just gonna... Well, obviously I'm not gonna be doing that for now because I don't have any spare sticks of RAM for laptops and DDR3. And I'm not going to be doing that because I'm just going to be testing everything with 4 gigabytes of memory. Alright, it's going to be a little fuzzy to like unscrew this shit because of the magnets, but like let me just skip when I've already done it. Now that I've unscrewed like most of the screws, I realized you probably should, instead of like lifting the screw before like unscrewing this and that screw, you should put it somewhere like flat so that the screen goes up more easily. Because like this entire thing is really heavy, and there's like 4 ribbon cables holding it in place. So yeah, do that. We have a screen off. We have like 1, 2, 3 and 4 ribbon cables, all plugging in here, here, and 2 of these right there. I recommend picking out like these 2 first. The screen itself isn't actually that heavy, so it'll be good to go. Like unplug these and then unplug those, and then lift the screen carefully. I do not know actually where the GPU is. However, the iFixit guy says unscrew all the DVD drive, like these 4 screws. Do that. So you just lift it. No, you do not lift it in its entirety. The SATA cables. Yeah, you just need to unplug these 2. I give. It's like not a normal like SATA plug. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what it's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the power thing is like a lot smaller than it should be. Yeah. Comparing to a random SSD I have, yeah, that is definitely the case. Not even just for the power, but for data as well. Well, you know what they say, optical media bad. I like how this entire fan is held by one singular screw. Like it doesn't rattle or anything, unlike the DVD drive that does, obviously. Obligatory ribbon cable. Do not rip this out. Yeah, it is actually supposed to be just the DVD drive fan. Like, you know, after it like blew the hard DVD drive, it would have gone straight to that heatsink, which I assume is for the GPU. Yeah, no wonder this iMac was getting like really, really hot. No wonder the cooling system in it is really ineffective. Next, we unplug this cable, these 3, these 2, and like there's like 2 of these like right there. Yeah, you can see them almost. Yeah. Let's lift this Wi-Fi card. In best type situation, you should have. I should have probably like installed a new one with like better Wi-Fi and bandwidth and something. But yeah, I didn't buy it. We've unplugged everything. We need to unscrew this here, 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 and these 2. Somewhere else. I'm gonna show that in post. Now, after we've unscrewed that, we cannot lift it straight out like right now. We need to get out the power supply. I think that's what it is. In order for the logic board not to shock us, but really, you just press the power button a bunch of times to discharge the capacitors. Don't do that with your fingers. Also, I'm guessing that the power supply was never changed because look at just listen to that crunch. Oh wait, no, never mind. There was no crunch in this one for some reason. You figure that one on your own. I need to do this with both hands. Here we go. The power supply for the iMac. I think it's rated for like I don't know. Actually, no mind. You're supposed to dump these plastic clips out as well. So yeah, put them right here where the dust is all around. Now for the moment of truth, which I also need to use both hands. So you can just gently grab this, and then grab this to like, and that will uninstall like the logic board. So yeah, I need to do both hands on this one. I forgot I needed to install not this screw, I need to remove this specific screw. And also unplug that, which was, you know, right there. Like right here. And you just dump it out. And there you go. Okay, so now I should be able to lift it, and also there was a ribbon cable for the audio cables. That was not fun. That was not fun at all. Unplug that ribbon cable. I only have like 2 hands though, so you just have to like trust me on that. I removed that one very easily. It would have also been really cool if I washed my fat fingers. So now it's all gonna be in grease. Guessing like right there is the fucking finally the graphics card. This for real looks like a video game weapon, I'll be honest. Like this gun. Funny. Did somebody say new GPU? There it is! is! I don't know why does it have like this foam thing around it. Yeah. Phew. Yeah, like the one I have is like the old one, the on the left. Yeah. You know, put it back together. I can't believe I did all that just for a GPU upgrade. Dude, focus properly. Finally, reinstalled. Put it back together. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. It's put back together. And it works. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm just gonna put the screen back in. Whew, finally, dude. Dude, this took so long. Genuinely. The screws were just not getting in. I'm really glad that the GPU I put in there actually functions. Okay, another thing about it.
Going back to the voiceover again, when I reinstalled the graphics drivers, which were put off by the sudden GPU change, the capture card simply stopped getting any input from the iMac. And the problem is definitely not the cable. I've tested it with my other monitor, and it's definitely not the problem with the capture card that suddenly just broke. Because I put it into my Switch and, well, both things work for some reason. I'm thinking that something in Windows has messed all the settings up, and so unfortunately all of the game tests you're gonna be seeing through my own camera. Yeah, that is unfortunate, but hopping back into the latest version of Euro Truck Simulator, still going into safety mode, using DirectX 11, and I think I was using the medium preset of graphics at the same 1080p. Well, we were getting pretty much the same result as in the countryside at lowest settings, and in the 2021 version of the game that was still using DirectX 9. I would say that it is a really good improvement for this type of games, because it actually makes it a lot more enjoyable. Half-Life 2, given that we were using the same graphics API, DirectX 9, and considering the base clock speed of 4670 not being too far off from 5670, we did not see a huge frame rate improvement. I think that was to be expected, but cutting abruptly to Heroes of that time, the frame rate on the title screen has been improved significantly, from 40 to a solid 60 FPS. Getting into the actual game, however, well, there is a performance hit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before with a 4670 with DirectX 10. Now with DirectX 11 support, Desert Rain just runs 27 frames a second at the lowest graphical preset and at around 500p. Pretty sure it's not even 720p. Considering this is a camera footage, you cannot really see the picture quality. Through a capture card, difference in quality would probably be a lot higher. But thankfully, we were using less than 4 GB of RAM, and so specific specs like of this specific iMac is pretty much the minimum requirements for this game. And this is pretty much what is the entire project was about, to see how weak of a machine can be to run my game.